What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be putting together our bed platform, which is going to be made out of 80/20 aluminum. This is what's going to sit over the back of our water compartment and garage area to be a sturdy platform for our bed and benches. Alright guys, so I'm making the bed platform out of 80/20 ready tube, and this is basically probably stronger than wood and lighter, so that's why we're going with this. We also got the idea from Sarah and Alex James, which we bought our van layout guide, and we're kind of modeling their outdoorsman layout with a few tweaks of our own. But basically what this stuff is it's pre-cut from the factory, so you have to give your measurements on a 1.5 inch increments due to the holes in the ready tube, and you have to also purchase some connector bits, which are in this yellow bag here, which I'll take out in a little bit. And it's like kind of plug and play. As soon as you have your measurements all drawn out, you just order what you need and then put it all together when it comes in. So there's no cutting, no welding or anything like that. So it's pretty sweet. Alright, this is what the nuts and bolts look like, and then this is what you are putting into the ready tube inside of it, and then you're just bolting down the bolts through the threads in the grooves here. So that's what we have here, and like I said, I already have my measurements pre-planned, and I have them to the exact measurements there cut out, and we'll be building it, putting it together now. Alright, so here we got a piece with a flange, and that's what I want to be able to drill a hole into the walls of the van, the furring strips of the van. So to put this together, like I said, you just take one of these slots, insert it into the ready tube hole, and you have two different size bolts. Okay, the shorter one is what's going to secure the insert into place, and the longer one goes through the back here. And then screws into the back like so. Alright, now I'm going to keep it pretty loose for now until I figure more of this out. Alright guys, so now I'm going to take the 80/20 platform and I'm going to lay it on to determine where I want to put my vertical pieces to support the horizontal pieces going across. One thing that I need to do is make sure that I'm not interfering with the water meter, because this is sticking a little bit higher than the actual steel stud frame of the water compartment in the garage. So I don't want to, be putting pressure on the water tank and break this. So I'm going to go grab it. Alright, so this is what the bed and bench platform will look like. And you can see there's a cutout here and there for stairs. So we'll have one step right about here, and the next one to get you on top of this. If you can see, this piece here has the flange, and that'll allow me to screw it right into a fairing strip right there. Same thing on this side. I have plenty of room for a fairing strip, so now I know I could put my fairing strips there and then screw this into place. And I also know that my water meter, where I put the actual horizontal bar, isn't going to interfere with that, so I'm good to go. And then here, I'm going to have an open hole where I can get access to the water compartment from the bench on top. And I'll also have the door here. So it looks really good. Next up is to determine where I want to put the little vertical pieces to connect these horizontal bars going across. So again, real quick, it's just this. It's right into there. Slide it right through. Whoops, gotta make sure it's the same angle as this. There we go, and then put 2 bolts on it. And the nuts and bolts are 13 millimeter. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to use some thread lock here to secure these bolts into place, because with the vibrations and stuff, these might be able to get loose, so using thread lock will just secure that. Alright, so we got the thread lock on all of the bolts for the platform, and what we're going to do now is make our 1/4 inch plywood, which is going to be the ceiling of our garage, and attach it to the underneath of this. So we drew a red line straight down, which we're going to have a long strip of 1/4 inch ply all the way covering the right side, and then we're actually going to leave the water compartment exposed, and we'll have a strip of 1/4 inch ply right here, and then along that side rail all the way down. Alright, so this is the plywood. Here's the 1/4 inch ply that's going to be on the bottom, and I have it cut out, so I'm laying it on top of the 1/2 inch so I can cut it and trace it as a template instead of trying to measure and do it all over again. So that's what I'm going to do now. The 1/4 inch again is going to go on the bottom. We're going to leave this open so I can access the water compartment. God forbid there's an issue, or if I want to add something or remove something, change something out. And then we'll have the 1/2 inch on top for the platform for the 2 benches, and then the walkway. So I'm using self-tapping 1.25 inch screws here to get the 1/4 inch ply into the 80/20 aluminum, and it gets through the aluminum relatively easy. I was a bit surprised by that, honestly. I'll probably just put a couple of screws in, and then we'll be ready to go. Here's what the 1/4 inch ply looks like on the bottom of the platform. And this side's where our water compartment is, so we have it open so we can access it at any time. Alright, so this is how I'm building my door for my water compartment. So I used steel studs for the box, make it a little bit lighter, and now I'm just framing or giving support in the steel studs for the 1/4 inch piece of plywood here. So you can see I have about 1.5 inch thick piece of wood here and here, as well as the top. I just put 1/4 inch ply into this to secure it, and I'll paint it later. It doesn't have to be perfect since it'll be not that visible. And then over here I'm building a little stud for the piece of wood that's going to go up here. So this is going to be completely sealed with wood, and then we'll put a piano hinge on the door right there so we can open it and access it. Alright, so now I'm going to put the piano hinge on this door. So I put a little piece of cardboard just to give myself a gap. And now I'm just going to screw the piano hinge into place. All right. So this is what the platform looks like. Taylor just knocked the camera case off. Now she's learning what the garage is going to be like. And we have access to the plumbing completely. And then on this side, the 1/4-inch plywood is treated like the ceiling of the garage. Okay, so here is going to be the top half of our platform using 1/2-inch birch. And I use the 1/4-inch birch template to follow this and create the groove for the 1/2-inch birch floor here. And then we're going to put the life-proof vinyl tiling over that once it's all secure and ready to go. So this is what the 1/2-inch is going to look like over the bed, or over the garage I mean. So we have mainly a 1/2-inch big sheet of plywood on this side, and then over the water compartment I just have little pieces of 1/2-inch so I can get access to the water compartment relatively easily. Alright, so now I'm using these 1.25" self-tapping screws that I'm going to be drilling into the 1/2-inch plywood just right there like I did with the 1/4-inch. Alright, so I am putting in the screws to attach the flange of the platform to the furring strips, and I had one self-tapping low profile screw left, so I used it. Now I'm going to try to use these ones, which are the stainless steel 1.25" Phillips head that I'm going to be putting in through the flange into the furring strips. We're going to see how these go. I want to make sure that these get sunk. I'm not sure if they're going to, but we'll test it out. I had a freaking feeling that was going to happen. Take two. Alright, so we got 3 in. Now we're going to put 2 on this side and the 1/4-inch, or in the 1/2-inch. So I'm not sure what happened to the rest of the footage. I probably just forgot to summarize once we got the platform in place because I was so excited to get on to the next project. But to summarize it, it's basically built out of 80/20 aluminum, which is 80/20 ready tube. And then we have 1/4-inch birch underneath as the ceiling of the garage, and 1/2-inch birch plywood on top as the platform or the floor for our platform benches area. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see our next van build episode or more van build episodes, then consider subscribing. Next up is going to be building out the benches, and then we're going to be moving on to the electrical coming up soon. So thank you so much for watching. We really, really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.